this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. We'll be looking at the MACDs, the moving averages and the daily support, resistance and pivot levels. It is Sunday the 18th of October. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against the US dollar, we're looking at the hourly candlesticks. It's a relatively bullish start to the day. Going to need to see Bitcoin steer clear of the pivot at 11,356 to support a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 11,437. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Bitcoin to break out from yesterday's high that was 11,418. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, got the second major resistance level at 11,499 and resistance level at 11,500 to pin Bitcoin back. Fall through the pivot level, we bring the first major support level at 11,294 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should steer clear of sub 11,200s. Second major support level at 11,213 should limit any downside. Looking at the MACD, slight narrowing of the bullish histogram, but nothing suggestive of a bearish mid-morning. Need to keep an eye on the MACDs. On the EMAs, we got the 50 and the 100 converging there, so need to keep an eye on that as well. So look out for a bearish or bullish move. So avoiding that pivot level at 11,356 and a move back through to 11,400 levels will be key. Failure to do that and we're going to see support levels come into play. Moving across to Ethereum against the US dollar, relatively bullish start to the day. Going to need to see Ethereum avoid a fall through the pivot at 367.54 and the 38.2% fib at 367 to support another run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 371.51. Going to need to see support from the broader market, however, for Ethereum to break back through to 371 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, second major resistance level at 374.55 and resistance at 375 would likely pin Ethereum back. A fall through the pivot and 38.2% fib will bring the first major support level sitting at 364.5 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, should see Ethereum steer clear of sub 360s. Second major support level sitting at 360.53 should limit any downside. Looking at the MACD, we've got a slight narrowing of the bullish histogram, suggestive of a possible pullback if that trend continues. On the EMAs, we're seeing the 50 hold against the 100 and the 200 after the bearish cross. So key through the morning would be to avoid sub 367s and a move back through to 371s to support a breakout. Failure to do that and we're going to see support levels come into play. Moving across to Litecoin against the US dollar. Relatively range-bound start to the day. Going to need to see Litecoin avoid a fallback through the pivot at 46.98 to support a run at the first major resistance level, saying at 47.62. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Litecoin to break back through the morning high 47.19. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to pin Litecoin back. In the event of a breakout, should see Litecoin visit 48 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level at 48.31 should cap any upside. A fallback through the pivot will bring the first major support level, say at 46.29 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should steer well clear of the second major support level, sitting at 45.65. Looking at the MACDs, we've got a widening of the bullish histogram, suggestive of a move northwards through mid-morning. On the EMA, we're seeing the 50 begin to flatten out on the 100 and the 200. So need to keep an eye on that, and Bitcoin would need to steer clear of the pivot at 46.98 and move back through the morning high to support a move northwards on the day. Failure to do that and we're going to see support levels. So keep an eye on the 50 EMA and the MACDs through the morning. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against the US dollar. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP avoid a fallback through the pivot at 0.2409. The support around at the first major resistance level at 24.28. support from the broader market to break back through the morning high. It's going to be needed to buy an extended rally on the day. Expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. The events will break out. The second major resistance level at 0.2450. That should limit any upside on the day. A fallback through the pivot. Bring the first major support level sitting at 0.2387 into play. Barring an extended sell-off, Ripple's XRP should avoid the second major support level sitting at 0.2368. Looking at the MACDs, we've got a slight widening of the bullish histograms, but nothing conclusive to suggest a move either way through the morning. On the EMAs, we're seeing a slight widening of the 50, but pulling back from the 100 and the 200. So going to need to keep an eye on that. That's suggestive of possible pullback through the morning. So avoiding a fall through the pivot at 0.2409 and a move back through the morning highs should support a run at the resistance levels on the day.